G'day guys, it's Matt from the Explore Life here, and I'm super excited today to introduce you to a brand new caravan in the Skye RV range. It is the 19'6", go anywhere, full off-road, full off-grid, ultimate couples van. Today, I'm going to run you through all the features and show you every nook and cranny on this caravan. We're going to start at the front. Come with me and check out the brand new 19'6" Skye RV. Okay guys, up front, let's talk about the chassis. Of course, it is fully hot dip galvanized. Then we actually prime it and do a beautiful Raptor black finish, which means you're essentially getting that double protection. And after a while, that galvanizing, it just doesn't look that pretty. One dirt road, it gets that orange tinge. So the black paint is a really nice touch by the Skye team. At the very front, we've actually got the DO45 on this one. The van is rated to 4 tonne. We'll get into that shortly when I talk all GVMs. I'll show you all the plaques. Handbrake up front, all the usual bits, guys, your chains. Now, very cool feature, push of a button, electric jockey wheel, up and down, makes life extremely easy. You're not sat here winding. You've got levels here, so you can level the van out nice, which is extremely cool. Now, beautiful front toolbox. What you'll notice on the front of the 19'6" is it's quite a long looking van, and that's because typically on a van you've got a massive big black, maybe checker plate toolbox on the front, and that's what you open up for your barbecue and bits and pieces to slide out. What the Skye RV team has done is they've actually extended the whole shell of the van and deleted this front toolbox, which means you've got beautiful composite and proper waterproof, dustproof hatches. It also gives us this whole top section, and that means when you're inside the van, rather than your head being here on the bed and sitting up and losing that headroom, you actually have a nice square wall at the back of your bed, which really does make the van feel even bigger inside. So really cool feature, bringing the whole shell of the van out, better headroom, more storage, and full waterproof, dustproof locks. I absolutely love that they do this. It's a feature on every single one of the Skye RV vans, which means up on front, we still do have a toolbox. It's all incorporated in as our stone guard. Once again, black wrapped aligned. Any stones flick up, they're gonna be deflected straight down to the ground. Let me show you what we've got. So to kick it off, on this side here, guys, we've got our water fill in. We've got 4 tanks on this van, 420 litre tanks. You're looking at over 400 litres, 460 litres of fresh water. When I said these are designed for full off-grid, that's just one example of the Skye RV difference. You can sit out there for as long as you possibly want. Each one of these is individually valved, which makes it extremely easy to see where you're pulling your water from. I'll give you a look at all our gauges shortly. You can see how much water is in every tank. If you wanted to creek pull, maybe you want to sit even longer off grid, you can use tank 1. Once you've emptied tank 1, fill it up with creek water. Tank 1 is now your shower only water, and you can use your other 3 tanks for your potable water. Just gives you the option to be off grid as long as possible. We have a external shower on both sides of the van. I'll give you a look at the other side shortly, but hot and cold plumb water right here for an external rinse, or if you want to run a hose out, washing dishes externally. Extremely, extremely handy. I actually took this van away with me over the weekend. We went up to the Big 4 caravan park at Sandstone Point, me and the missus, and I got to use it. I typically run up to those 16-foot vans. I like to take them off grid and super remote, but after playing with the 18'6" over at Fraser Island and now being away in the beautiful 19'6", it gave me a really good feel for the functionality of this van. I'm in a bit of strife because now the missus, she wants a bigger van. She's like, can we get a 19'6"? She absolutely loves this van. Up the the front here, guys, we've got the LPG storage. So push of a button, rather than your gas bottles being all exposed behind a mesh stone guard, this is just such a better option. And look, it keeps everything clean, tucked away, out of prying eyes and rocks and bits and pieces. So we've got two 4.5 kilo gas bottles stacked on top of each other here, which means you've got that gas for as long as you possibly want. And all the gas is running on this van, guys, is straight through here out of a bayonet fitting for external barbecues and bits and pieces like that. So you're probably wondering, no gas for the hot water, and you would be correct, guys. The gas is only for the barbecue. What about the hot water? Well, the hot water system, guys, is all controlled from a diesel heating unit. So diesel for your hot water, diesel for your heating inside the van. On this side, we've actually got the built-in diesel tank underneath. On top of the diesel tank, guys, we've got a couple of Jerry's. This van is brand new. I was the first to use it, la-di-da. So a lot of things here are still not unwrapped, and obviously I didn't move into the van. I just used it for the weekend. So you can either have extra diesel in here, or you could run this as petrol. Maybe you've got chainsaw or a little motorbike you're carrying around. So it just gives you versatility and options, which is very cool. Now, 12-volt air conditioning unit. You heard me correctly, guys, 12-volt air conditioning unit. Extremely cool. When you're running it, all you have to do is pop up that little hatch, but we've got the aircon unit stored down here and up in this top section, running your vents in. Now, you're probably wondering, why is the aircon in the front hatches and not up on top? Well, wait until we get to how much solar this van has and how beautiful it looks inside with no penetrations whatsoever coming through the roof, and it will make a lot more sense. But the other benefit of the 12-volt system is you can run aircon for a longer period than drawing all that extra power off your inverter. So you don't have penetrations in the roof, you don't have extra height because of the aircon on the roof, and instead of dragging it off 240, you're using 12-volt. Tick, 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 tick. Once again, designed for off-grid, off-road purposes. Dustproof, waterproof latches, absolutely beautiful. Sneak around this side and I'll just give you a look at this other shower. So guys, around this side, I've got my little DO45 cover that I hide in here. Another external shower unit if you want to wash out on this side, or maybe you want to plug in and actually wash down the van or car. You've got enough water to do that. There's also a compressor outlet here, which is extremely cool. The suspension underneath this van, which we'll get to in a minute, is full off-road airbag suspension. Means you can level side to side. I'll tell you a little bit more about it shortly, but since we're already powering the airbags with a compressor, we've installed a tank, an air tank in the front box, and you can run around, pump up all your tyres on the car and the van straight from here. Maybe you want a compressor to pump up the kids' toys, pump up the pushy tyres, or even use it as an air compressor to blow things and clean things out. It's just super versatile and actually comes in extremely handy. We're gonna rip down this side of the van while I'm here, and then we'll get over to the fancy side. So in this hatch, guys, what we've done is actually mounted the aircon up as high as we possibly could. And what that allows us to do is have this beautiful big long tunnel boot. So you've actually got full width storage inside this van, fishing rods, long tent poles, whatever it might be. It's always great to be able to have some long items stored up the front of the caravan. Storage. There is not a single inch of this caravan that has not been optimized to the millimeter. Storage everywhere you look. So here we have an absolutely massive trundle, camp chairs, your big mats that you put out underneath the awning, guys, whatever it might be, all your sullage hoses, everything can go in this nice box. Another thing I absolutely love about the box, guys, is rather than trying to climb inside the van to reach everything, you can slide this massive drawer out and it's nice and easy to get to. You know, if the missus wants to grab something, she doesn't want to go climbing in the front hatch, lift everything out. It's right here where you want it and takes up as much width as absolutely possible. So that is a really cool feature. As we go on to the next hatch, guys, this is your bulk storage. We haven't put the slide out. This is things that are a lot larger and bulkier, your big camp chairs, maybe a table. There's a few bits and pieces stacked in this van. I've got a feeling Darren wants to take this one for a spin as soon as I get back. As we keep rolling around, let's get into the power, guys. The power system on this is an absolute monster. So it's running 880 amps of lithium. You can spec that up to over 1,000 amps of lithium. Now, solar up on the roof. We told you there was plenty because we don't have the aircon unit up there blocking it. 1,980 watts of solar pumping in through the 3 separate chargers, charging your battery. The other good thing about having separate chargers, if you have a tree fall on your van or something happens to your panel, you don't lose all your solar. We've segmented them into a couple of different blocks, which is really cool. 3,000 watt inverter, that's gonna run all your appliances. We've got the little Ninja barbecue up the front that I'll show you. That's actually one of the coolest things I've seen in a caravan for a while, rather than a Weber. We'll get into that shortly. I had a couple of roasts that absolutely blew me mind. All your fusing is right where you want it. If there's any dramas, you'll see a red light come on, and it is a full Victron energy system. They have some really cool features where Darren can literally log in and find out what's going on with your van if you have any dramas. So really good troubleshooting. Once again, all designed for being off-grid. And the one thing that I think stands above the rest when it comes to Skye RV is everything's designed with so much functionality and practicality that just works. You don't have any of the fancy bits you don't need. They're very much designed so you hook it up and you go, and you can take this thing anywhere and it'll get you there and back without any dramas. The amount of caravan stories I've heard, obviously I'm a little bit newer to the caravan industry, dust and replacing walls and hatches and doors coming off just blows my mind. I've towed Darren's caravans around America, around Australia, and the worst thing I ever had happen, to be dead honest, was a couple of bolts on an early 12-volt system that's all been changed. They just come loose. They didn't even come off. All I did was like, hey, they come loose, let's modify that. Darren takes all of my input when I basically go out and not thrash the caravans, but I don't really hold back. Anywhere my car goes, I drag these things. And any little changes, he implements them straight away. Small things, when we're working in the caravan, we want the laptop, we've made sure we've moved all the power points to suit exactly where they need to be. This van is built for practicality, and it'll make sense when we get inside and you see all the features as well. But let's keep it dancing. I'm getting a little excited. I really like this. This one here, guys, just gives you access to your back of your fridge. If you need any serviceability, you've got a nice little serviceability hatch. And here is underneath our composting toilet, which I'll show you inside. But it's a simple system with a couple of different buckets. You can stay off-grid for as long as you want. Just another little feature that all ties into this off-grid go anywhere. As we sneak around to the back of the caravan, guys, you've got options. There's not a lot of options that you can change on this van because they are built full spec, ready to go with all the correct gear. We don't like having too many upgrades. We just like to have the van feature everything you need to get out there, stay off-grid, go anywhere you want and come home. That's why there's not a lot of upgrades, but some customization. If you want to run 2 spares, you can. This is a really handy timber box. You can carry a chainsaw, cut all your timber up, stack it in here all the way up, simply close up and rock up to camp. You can also opt for a jerry can box on the back or bike rack system that comes off. He's got a really nice designed bike rack system that can sit here in front of your spare wheels. There's a couple of little different configurations for the back to suit your traveling needs. While we're at the back, I should probably let you know, we've got all the basics. Stabilizer legs, guys, they are all the way around. And this is a very cool feature, massive recovery points on the back of your caravan. Because like we said, if you're gonna tow this anywhere, there's a good chance you're gonna get stuck at some point. Well, if you go where I go, you will get stuck. It's always nice to be able to recover backwards and not just be able to go forwards. We've used these recovery points and it gets you out of those tight spots. Now, the big 19'6", you're probably not gonna take it anywhere I'm gonna take it, but at least the option is there. You're driving along the beach, you might get stuck, cars coming, whatever it might be. It's nice to have those recovery points on the rear. Of course, we've got a rear light as well, just so you can see what you're doing at night time if you're pulling your firewood off for the fire, and the camera up there so you can see out the back when you're reversing. All right, so as we sneak around this side of the van, I may as well run you through the suspension before we start opening up all the hatches. The wheels are a little dirty. We just drove in this beautiful track. I went as slow as I could to not dirty the caravan, guys. But independent off-road suspension. You've got 4 independent swing arms all on their own airbag, which means you can self-level side to side. Gone are the days where you pull up and you put all those chocks and you try and level your van out. Forget about that. Simply rock up, adjust a button, you've got a PSI gauge so you know exactly what's going on. Then disc brakes all round, of course, all controlled by your braking system. And then we're running beautiful 17-inch alloys, 285/70 R17, all terrains, which are actually a good quality tyre rather than some of the other vans come with sort of subpar. Nice, strong, chunky sidewalls on these, which means one spare on the rear is probably going to get you out of trouble. But let's start opening these hatches. So front hatches, guys, this is the other side. As you can see, you can slide all your long gear through here. This is a very cool piece of kit. Now, this is your outdoor barbecue. If you want to run a Weber, or I think the one's called a Ziggy, but this thing here, Ninja wood fire, obviously this is not included. You put whatever you want here, but this thing's pretty cool. I'll just let you guys in on the Ninja wood fired secret. No, I'm not sponsored by these guys, but this thing can cook a roast. You got the smoker, so you can put your wood chips in the side, grill, air fryer, roast, bake, dehydrate, and reheat. I've used this 3 times now, and I'm actually super stoked. And this van does have enough power to run it, so I would nearly go one of these instead of a Weber, and I'm a pretty big Weber fan. So on the back, nice little storage box here, whether you want to put all your barbecue equipment, your cleaning stuff, or extension leads, whatever. Really nice storage box. Righto. Move on to the next hatch. At the moment, I'm just using this as a bit of storage, but you've got a really nice slide out. You want to put an external fridge. Some people love an external fridge. You can put an external fridge here, or you can just use it for more storage. But typically, that's your beer fridge, right? That's where you put all your cold beers while you're smoking the meat throughout the day. Extremely handy. As we cruise around, you've got this absolutely massive outdoor bar, prep bench, whatever it might be. Now, typically the 19'6" is designed for more of your indoor cooking, full kitchen setup inside, but here at Skye RV, love being outdoors, and we want to make sure all of our vans have that feature to be able to live outdoors. So what we've done is we've actually got 2 little storage slots here, and you've got your washing up right here if you want to wash up outside. And then we've got the portable induction, a double induction cooktop that you can simply chuck around and plug in. Once again, everything is where you want it. Double 240 USB and USB-C. You've got your TV aerial there, so you can slide a TV bracket on here and mount a big outdoor TV. This is a beautiful little spot for all of your spice racks and bits and pieces. You can fill this, you can use your imagination, absolutely load all of this section up. Now, I told you all the switching and gauges were really easy and practical. Tank 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no confusion. You know exactly how much water you have in each one of your tanks. You've also got a gauge here for your grey water, black water, and your diesel heat. So all you have to do is open this, and you know exactly how you're traveling. You know how long your water's going to last. You know if you need to empty any tanks, and you know if you need to top up your diesel if you're looking to use the hot water shower. More outlets, USB, USB-C, and a cigarette lighter. Front, kit 1, kit 2, ground. You got your step light, your boot light, the rear light on the back, driving lights. Another really cool feature you'll notice is if I rock the switch down, you've got white lights on, rock it up, and you've got that amber light. Kitchen light, you got the amber or the white light. Now, if you pull up somewhere and bugs are bad, the difference between having your amber lights on outside and the white lights are astronomical. So very, very cool feature. Here's another really cool feature. This beautiful, massive big awning I'm under. Push of a button, close. And it's an electric awning that's strong as nails, super practical. The amount of different awnings I've used that I was like trying to figure out which arm went where and how does this bloody thing work, and do I want the leg all the way down and then the wind picks it up. Simply slide that one out. 2 ropes on it, and I used it on the weekend and I was absolutely stoked. I'm just gonna let this run all the way in to show you guys how simple, easy, and fast this awning setup is. I love it. Look how simple that is. Goes up into its nice little mount here, slides over, job done. Push of a button, awning out. All you have to do is take off 2 little Velcros, and while you're going around putting all your legs down, the awning's already out. Maybe I haven't seen enough caravan awnings, but I absolutely love this awning. I like simple, easy, practical, and that's what Skye RV is all about. I reckon we need to go inside, but before we go inside, I do want to show off the door system. Some of you may have seen this, some of you may not. Simply twist the handle up. You've got a beautiful crim-safe style door that's still going to allow beautiful airflow, but no bugs coming in. Or you want that full privacy and maybe it's cold, you don't want any breeze, you can shut the whole door. All you do here is pop this one over and you can hold the door back against the caravan. Open that one. Just simple and easy. Another really cool feature, you'll notice we've got the step here. Once again, right where you want it. Everything's practical. Push of a button. When you rock up, the awning's out, everything's leveled, push of a button, and the external stairs comes down. I've got one of these beautiful muck mats. If you do not have a muck mat and you go camping or caravanning, these things are absolutely incredible. We have a couple, you can ask for them, that do go over these steps as well if you just want to keep one permanently mounted. I like a nice big one at the front door. Clean feet when you come inside my caravan, thank you very much. Let's do it, let's go inside and check it out. Welcome to the interior on the beautiful 19'6". This thing is just pretty. There's no other word for it. It is clean, classy, and luxurious. I absolutely love it, and I should never have taken my missus camping in it because I'm probably never going to be able to go to anything smaller ever again. But guys, as you walk in, this is what I told you was to make the steps go up and down, simple push of a button. That's your air compressor there to fill up the air tank when you want to adjust your bags. You've got a pump here. That'll turn on all your taps throughout the whole caravan. Once again, it's right where you want it. You want to be able to turn the pump on and off. I like to turn my pump off when I go to bed. You don't have to leave everything under pressure. Of course, it's fine to do so, but I flick it off when I'm going to bed, done and dusted. This little switch here, we call this the magic button. And I'm going to show you what the magic button does when we get inside. But just above that, we've got our control panel, all beautiful, soft touch. This is all your lights inside the van, which is extremely cool. You also do have a couple of on-off switches for the bedding lights when you actually go to bed. Practical once again. Little grab rail to give you a hand to come inside the van. But guys, come on in, check it out. The first thing you'll notice when you walk straight inside is the massive Vertifrago fridge. 250 litre fridge. Gotta have your beers, little bottle of wine. That's me brekkie from the weekend, just ignore that. But massive fridge, like absolutely incredible to have a fridge that's this size in your van when you go away. And once again, if you're gonna be off-road for a while, you're gonna have this chockers. And personally, I'd have an outdoor fridge running as well with all my cold beer. Monster freezer, you can freeze all the meat, the fish you've caught, and that'll mean you can just pull out of the freezer and chuck in the fridge as you're sitting off grid. We've got a beautiful bathroom in there. What you'll notice is it's a magnet close on the door. For extra protection, we do have a little bungee here when you're traveling down those corrugated roads. Otherwise, you're pretty much good to go. But go on in there, check it out. Holy dooly, that is a pretty bathroom, guys. So we've got our washing machine. You can keep all those dirty socks, jocks, and a couple of t-shirts. One thing you'll notice throughout this van is there is zero timber. All your cabinetry is aluminium. We got composite bench tops that look absolutely beautiful, and it's a full German composite. The walls, the floor, the roof, it's all a composite panel, which is not only extremely strong, easy to fix if you have any accidents or bits and pieces, it is also an insulator. So on those freezing cold nights, you're nice and warm inside the van, and vice versa. On those hot summer days, you walk in here, it's nice and cool. Beautiful soft close buttons. I love these buttons. They're really nice. That gives you one strip above your basin. Also underneath the cabinetry, this whole thing lights up really nice. It is a sealed bag composting toilet. One's go in the front, two's go in the back. A bag comes over and seals your business, and then you've got another clean bag. With full ventilation system, pulling out any smell. Personally, I like this system. It's simple, it's clean, and it's very, very effective. Beautiful overhead cupboards. Put all your towels and extra bits and pieces away. You've got this lovely oval basin with the beautiful black tapware. I'm a massive fan. The black tapware ties into the handles nice. Like I said, storage everywhere, and they are a beautiful soft close drawer. So simply, huzzah, give that a slam, soft close, nice. We have another door here to go into your shower. If you sneak around this side, I'll show you how big that is, but a separate door going into your shower. Have a look at the size of the shower, guys. I absolutely love this. There's enough room in here for you and the missus. You've got your lighting up here. You've got a nice little cabinet here. All your soaps, the missus shampoo, loafers, all those bits of things you can chuck up in this top cabinet. The cool thing about it being a cabinet and a door on it means when you go off-road, and if it was just a shelf, you're not gonna have all your soaps and everything bouncing out, and every time you open the shower door, there's 1,000 things on the floor. I've experienced that before, it's not fun. Beautiful black tapware, guys. The shower actually has 3 different settings. Handy little window here, guys. You can open that up, air the shower out, mozzie mesh. It's nice to look out while you're having a shower. And a nice big floor grate with 2, you'll notice there's 2 outlets in the floor, 1, 2 underneath the grate. Why that's important? If you've been in other caravans before, you'll know sometimes the water struggles to just get out of the caravan and you're stood in a puddle. This doesn't happen in here, which is awesome. Another bungee cord on the door. Once again, you can shut everything up when you want to travel. Righto, let's rip into the kitchen. Okay, as you come into the beautiful kitchen and living area, one thing you'll notice is plenty of space. Nice, bright, high ceilings. It feels extremely, extremely spacious. Beautiful bench tops in here, guys. You've got your kitchen sink, a really nice deep kitchen sink with the black tapware that's featured all throughout the caravan. One thing I like about this sink, it's a bit silly, but it's a little bucket that sits inside here. So if you have any mess, it goes inside the bucket and you can close that up. I don't know if all sinks have that. I just thought that was a cool feature. I found that on the weekend. And then you've got your double induction cooktop right here over on the left, permanently fixed. Even with the sink and the induction, you still have plenty of prep space, guys. You've got your power outlets on both sides. You can pull your coffee machine out, plug it in. You do have a nice little overhead range hood that's gonna drag any of that cooking straight outside, and the microwave up top with, once again, your overhead cupboards, beautiful aluminium shelving, dividers, and plenty of space. Under sink storage, guys, massive, plenty of room for all of your, your chopping boards, paper towels, and just more storage. The storage goes on for days. I've got coffee cups and all my cutlery chucked in here, your larger bowls, guys. And here's something that I want to show you. I told you there was a magic button at the door. Well, right now, everything, it's pretty hard to open, but when you're going down those corrugations and you've got stuff in these overhead cupboards or in the drawers, if you've been on corrugations and you've had a caravan, you will have opened the door, and every time you open the door, you go, oh geez, I hope my shit's not everywhere. Check this out. Magic button, bang. Every single cupboard drawer is locked. That is an exclusive Skye RV feature. I absolutely love it. You can walk in here with confidence that everything is still gonna be where it should. That includes the cupboards inside your ensuite there as well. Everything is locked. Simply push the button again and you're back to having access to all of your cupboards and drawers. Really cool little feature. Once again, designed for being off-road. As we get over into the lounge, well, it just looks comfy, and that's because it is. You've got a nice adjustable table here, once again with the beautiful bench top. Same theme that goes all throughout the van. You can lower or raise this table. There's a little bloody thing right here. You can slide your table down. You could put it all the way down and add a middle cushion if you wanted to sneak a kid in for a little nap. Or if you wanted to just make it a nice big lounge, lower that down. Beautiful comfy seats, wrapped in the leather. You can kick back here, slide the TV out. You've got a bracket up on that wall. You can sit here, have a nice glass of Pinot and watch TV, or for the two of you, just a really nice, comfortable, large dining table with a beautiful view, of course. Now the windows, one thing you'll notice, everywhere we can, we've got windows. That gives you so much light and beautiful ventilation. You can either have your windows all the way open, you've got your mozzie mesh, or you can fully shut them up at night time when you want to black out everything inside the caravan. Waterproof, dustproof windows, overhand latches absolutely everywhere, suctions them in nice and tight. There's no dust sneaking up through there. I love the way the lighting's done too. All beautiful strip lighting running underneath the cabinetry, the kitchen and above here. It's a beautiful light. And it just makes the van feel so large and open. This one here is pretty cool. This is where you've got your little control panel. You can see we've got 51% battery at the moment, all running on your Victron screen. So you can see how cloudy it is outside, and we're still ripping in 22 amps charging up that battery. This caravan has been sat in my shed for 3 days. It's still 50% battery while sitting inside my shed, not being charged. Above it, you've got your air conditioning system. Turn on your aircon, you can set your temperature, bang, it's already on, running. You can adjust your fan speed and the temperature. Simple, easy. Diesel heat, guys, we use that on the weekend. Push of a button, 5 minutes, hot water everywhere in the caravan. Extremely, extremely cool. I like that everything's just simple and practical. As we continue to flow through, beautiful queen size bed. You can see we've got massive double windows each side. The double windows are extremely popular. It does give you so much light inside, and it's as simple as when you go to bed, up goes your shades, and this whole caravan goes blackout, which is a little bit of an issue because you can sleep in for days. It's nice and cool inside here and it stays blacked out. So I actually leave one of the windows open just to let a bit of sunlight in the morning. Otherwise I'd sleep in all bloody day. The cool feature about this massive bed is we've lifted it up to a really nice height to allow us to have the tunnel boot underneath. That's where your fridge can slide in. But what that allows us to do is have really nice storage drawers here, guys. This is where you're gonna put a lot of your clothes. So the clothes you wanna grab every day are right there. You've also got, I should give you a look, as you sneak around the side, a nice walkway on both sides of the van. And then you step up onto this nice little step here, which makes it the perfect height to get into bed. Underneath these steps, you can lift them up. Nice storage box, no wasted space. You can put all your extra shoes and bits and pieces in there. And then on the side, this is where the rest of your clothes go. Really nice big cupboards there. And of course, you've got your overhead cupboards. Everything's nice and reachable from this step, which is really cool. One thing you'll notice, and I talked about this outside, your square bed head. Most of your caravans are getting cut off on this angle. This one, nice square upright. On the side, even though we've got the air conditioning system, you only sort of want to use that when it's stinking hot. Most of the time you'll find when you open up all these windows and just leave them on mozzie to get that really nice breeze through the caravan, and turn on a couple of fans. Not just a couple, we've actually got 4, 5 fans in this van. 1, 2, you get 1 each side, and then there's 2 more up here. So with the 4 fans on, you can have a beautiful night's sleep. Where's the 5th fan? We actually do have one in the bathroom just to get a breeze going, or on a hot day. You've got a reading light, his and her reading light on a nice little swivel here, guys. Turn that one on and off. And what you probably can't see very well, but I'll give you a better look, is just in the side here, you've got your own little storage hatch. Now what that means, and this is on both sides, you've got USB, USB-C power outlets for your phone charging and somewhere to put your phone so you don't lose it in the bed in the middle of the night, and your 240 power. So you can be charging your laptop, sitting here on your laptop while your partner's asleep. You can have your reading light on. Definitely gives you that nice separation. And the soft close lights that I spoke about. So you can turn the lights on and off from your bed, as you can see there. So you don't have to get to bed and go, oh, I forgot to turn the light off. You don't have to go all the way back to the front of the van. You'll see you've got your nice aircon vents that'll come in here and cool everything down. This was that TV bracket I spoke to you about with the power outlet right here. So you can kick back in bed, watch Netflix. Now, there's one other magic button in this caravan, and it's right here on the side. Push this button, you'll hear the electronics engage, and up comes your bed. When your bed's fully loaded, you don't want to be trying to lift it up and hold it up to access underneath. So just a really cool feature. Once again, everything's designed to be practical. So even if you are getting on and you're taking off on the road, push of a button, bulk storage. Absolutely massive amounts of storage underneath this bed for all those items that you don't need to get to all the time. Underneath this side, we've snuck in the diesel heater. You got your electronic brake unit, all super easy and serviceable as well if you need to service them. Your diesel heat blows straight out here. Hot air rises, have that pumping out down low and will heat up your whole van extremely quickly, I might add. That composite panel is just so good for insulation that your van's gonna stay nice and warm when you want it to, or aircon on, it's gonna keep you nice and cool. But that's a very cool feature. It's something one of our customers recommended. It's a bit hard for them to lift the bed, push of a button. Well, there you go, guys. I hope I answered all of your questions. The beautiful 19'6" from Skye RV, the ultimate couples van. If there's anything I missed and you want to ask me some questions, just whack them in the comment section, guys, and we'll make sure we get back to you. If you want more information, you can also jump over to the website. We will link that in the description below. If you want to check out any of our other videos, we've got all the models on our YouTube. You can check out the full walkarounds now. So that's it from us and the whole Skye RV team. Hope to see you out on the road one day soon.